discuss to you about a two promissory note. So what is a two-name promissory note? So a two-name paper, a two-name promissory note is a nickname assigned to a legal agreement for the purposes of a trade paper acceptance. Both trade acceptances and the banker acceptances can be called a two-name promissory note. In order to bear this name, these instruments must carry two signatures, one for the drawer of the paper and one for the endorser of the paper, typically acceptor and a banker. Because two signatures are required, a two-name paper is also sometimes referred to as a double-name paper or a double-name promissory note. So here's an example of a two-name promissory note. And yes, that's it, and thank you.
Good day. I am Irma C. Aranas, who will be going to introduce the single name promissory note. A single promissory note is a sole promise to pay. Here is my example of a single name promissory note. The date, then I promise to pay Jinilin Tagayong, which is the payee, sum of 80,000 pesos and its figure on June 15, 2021, and signed by the note maker or the maker, which is me, signed by Irma C. Aranas. Here, Miss Jinilin Tagayong is the payee, and me, myself, Irma C. Aranas, is the maker or the issuer of the promissory note. And that's all. Thank you.
I'm Jinilin Tagayong and I'm going to discuss the open checks. Open check is either payable to bearer or payable to order. This instrument does not require presentation through payee's banking account. So I have here an example of payable to order and payable to bearer. So let us first discuss the payable to bearer. So payable to bearer is same as cash, since no one has been designated as the payee in the line marked pay to the order of. The word cash is placed, and the word cash is placed. There is no name that been stated, only the word cash. In the order check, it is different from bearer check, because in this someone's name is being stated in the payee line, pay to the order of Daisy Variety Store. So pay to the order of Daisy Variety Store. So there is the payee's name is there, and the signature of the payee and the signature of the maker, who is me. Unlike the payable check, open check payable to bearer, only the signature of Miss Jinilin Tagayong, who is the maker of this, is presented.
Qualified endorsement. When we say qualified endorsement, it is an endorsement that passes title to a negotiable instrument with certain restrictions. So I have here an example of a check. So we're using First Consolidated Bank, as you can see here. And then the account name, of course, Daisy Bisarabusing. Then in the upper left bottom, it is written here the account number, and then the check number in the right side, upper right side. Then the name to where you are going to transfer the money, which cost 46,350 pesos. Then of course the signature of the.
So hello everyone, my name is Jundika Slikong, and this is my assigned topic for Finance 1, the restrictive endorsement. A restrictive endorsement is an endorsement on a negotiable instrument that requires the endorsee to comply with certain requirements or instruction regarding the funds involved and the fixing of the signature of the endorser. So this is the cheque. So for deposit only, my account name Jundika Slikong, fee to the DCB Sarabosing, a total of 57,000 pesos. So this is my assigned signature. So the paper case is to be a negotiable instrument since it cannot be transferred further. So the first is the blank, unqualified, and the restrictive. That's all, thank you.
Good morning everyone. My assigned topic is all about cross check. This is the example of cross check. A cross check is any check that is crossed with two parallel lines. These two parallel lines either across the whole check or through the top left hand corner of the check. This double line notation, this is the double line notation. This signifies that the check may only be deposited directly into the bank account. And that is all about the cross check.
Hi, my assigned kind of check is a post-dated check. This is its sample. This is a check with a future date written in it. For example, today's date is December 8, 2020. You should put the current date on the check. But this is a post-dated check. So, you will post-date it a week and write December 14, 2020 on the check just like this. And that would be all. Thank you.
I am Eva May Cis Estrellas. My topic is all about steel dated check. In the USA, steel dated check that is presented to be cash or deposit at a bank 6 months or more after the date it was written. The bank receiving a steel dated check can return the check to the paying bank marked unpaid, request a new check be issued, or consult with the person who wrote the check. For example, the check are date between August 1 and August 31, 2019, and the current date is May 15, 2020. The payment date for this check is over 6 months. To deposit and check at their bank, they will be classified as stale dated check.
I'm Marta Salomen, and I will explain to you one of the credit instrument, which is manager check. So what is manager check or cashier check? It is an order drawn by a bank or the same bank, signed by the manager for manager's check or the cashier for the cashier check, directing to the bank to pay the person designated by the depositor or future determinable time. Since a bank manager or cashier cannot have cash on hand to pay clients, an endorsement for this kind of check is needed upon receipt of this instrument. The pay simply transferred to the bank, teller, counter, or encashment or payment for the manager or cashier check. A manager's check is a secure check that a bank issues or an individual who has purchased it. So here's the example of our manager check. So that's all for today.
A manager check is a secure check that a bank issue for an individual who has purchased it. The person who purchased the check pays the bank of the money for which the check is issued either in cash or from his bank account. He is then guaranteed acceptance of his check by the party receiving it. However, managers and cashier checks are pre-accepted by the mere issuance. thereof by the bank, which is both its drawer and drawee. On the contrary, the accepted banking practice is that such checks are as good as cash.